feeling after you gave that speech? Yeah, so I want you to know that this is my first evaluation with Toastmasters. So I want you to take everything I say with a grain of salt and just throw it over your shoulder, okay? Now, I was very interested in this topic, enneagram. I didn't even know how to spell enneagram before. I'm really glad you put it on a slide so I could see it, because I already misspelled it when I was trying to write it down. So thank you for that. Which type are you, enneagram? Now, I know that you had 9 personality traits, and that's a real big topic to squeeze into 5 to 7 minutes. And I know that you're preparing to do this speech for your work, and I'm assuming that you're going to have more time to talk about it at work, and you'll be able to kind of go into more detail and more depth. But the structure of how you do it, whether it is 5 to 7 minutes or 8 to 10 or 30 minutes, is going to be the same. I thought you did a really great visual examples of putting up 1 or 2, 3 bullet points, and then the visual examples of where they were on the wheel, and then the fun pictures of the celebrities that you had. Those were all really, really good. And depending on which picture was up, the audience reacted differently to whose pictures they had. So you really engaged the audience. And so I thought that was really done very well, your visual examples. What I think could be improved is the time. If you're trying to get to a 5 to 7 minutes, that was just not enough time. It just wasn't, and that's okay. I also loved how you did it, from maybe you wanting to go into more detail about each of those, and you clarified it by like, let's just sum it all down to a glass of water. That was brilliant. Just so you know, it's a brilliant example of how to do that. But what was missing for me, at least for me, was what is an enneagram? And I think it needed to be defined a little bit clearer, just a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 sentences more as what this is. And then coming back full circle at the end of your speech, perhaps a summary, a quick summary of what those personality types are. And then finally going into what type are you, perhaps ending with a question, which one do you identify with, might be helpful. So clarity was great, vocal variety was great, eye contact might be good to do as well. Make sure you're looking into the camera instead of, it kind of looked to me that you were looking down at your seat, or at your table, I mean. Otherwise, I think I loved it. One challenge is when you do research, you are the expert then. Make sure you come in like you are the expert and you know what you're talking about. That would be the one thing, to have that confidence before, during, and after your speech. All right, ma'am? Thank you so much. Back to you, fellow Toastmasters.